And he's going to make it blah, blah, blah. It's Clinton, 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 Trump, Trump, Clinton. And all of a sudden now this story says, no, it's not about the Clintons. He hates the Clintons. It's about Cruz. He loves Cruz. And you're wondering, well, what is... He's kind of playing nicey with Cruz too, isn't he? Well, then he kind of played nicey with... Yeah, there was a couple of times that he wasn't so nice, but he kind of played nice with Ben Carson too. But I guess it fits if you wanted to use that, but there you go. Anyway, welcome back, folks. It is I, your lovable host, Rod, coming to you live from my bunkerized home studio somewhere within the great granite state of New Hampshire, where the state motto is live free or die. It is not big government or bust. I did check again today, and it's still live free or die. Thank goodness. And we're fighting to keep it that way. Yes, the number that you can call this evening is toll-free 603-835-3224. Again, that's 603-835-3224. As we get deep into the second and final hour, the fastest 2 hours in Internet Talk Radio, soon to be 3 hours, January 6th. And I'm still not going to have enough time to go over everything that I find and prepare for on a daily basis, which is why you're going to have to start going over to rodeccles.net, because also in January, that site is going to be growing quite a bit. It's even going to have something a little bit different. Folks, I got to tell you this. Now, I don't know if I'm in jail or not over at Facebook. I don't know. I don't know if it's just a glitch today, because there were some issues that I've had with Facebook today, but I don't know if I'm in Facebook jail or not. Which is really kind of a strange jail if I am, because all of my pages and groups that I'm an administrator on, I can't share anything. I can't share anything off those pages. I can't, if I'm in a particular group, I can't share anything outside of that group. If I'm on a page, I can't share anything off of that page. But if I go to my personal private page, I can share all day long, anywhere and everywhere. So I'm scratching my head, and I put in a ticket, is that what they call it, to the Facebook, because I'm a little confused, because I've never been blocked, I've never been put in Facebook jail, I don't abuse the sharing button, I never have, so I'm just a little confused about what's happening today. And I also thought it was just kind of interesting, and it comes on the heels of my show from last night, and when I get 2 messages this morning from 2 Muslims. Oh, maybe somebody reported, said, God, he's terrible, he's mean, he's evil, he's brutish, he's bigoted, he's racist, and blah. I don't know, that could happen. But what it did remind me of was that I'm not going to be putting all of my apples into one social network. And the interesting thing is that yesterday as well, I was starting to, because the show is going to grow to 3 hours, which means I have to start realigning all of my online properties. That's what you call them when you're you're in business. It's not my site. It's a property. You own it, like real property. So all of my online properties, I was starting to map out exactly how they were going to go, or they were going to be, starting in January. Because they all need to be different based on the general audience. And they would all feed into and culminate at rodeccles.net. Now, there was going to be some original stuff on rodeccles.net, especially starting in January, that you're not going to get on the social networks. So you're going to need to go to rodeccles.net, and you should start practicing doing that now. But Facebook is not going to be, in fact, I'm going to, I know that Facebook is connected to a lot of the pages and everything are connected to various Twitter accounts. And I have more than one. I also have, because of what I do for a living, I also have clients that have Twitter accounts, but all my personal Twitter accounts, there are some that are going to be deleted. There's going to be a rearrangement starting next month. And Twitter is going to be different from Facebook. You're also going to notice you're also going to want to join, if you're not already, haven't already joined Google Plus, because Google Plus is going to be something different. Google Plus is going to be a little bit more, how can I say it? A little bit more raw. Why? Because Google Plus allows for that. Where you might get into some trouble over on Facebook for certain things, you will not get into trouble, at least not now, over on Google. So there's going to be some different stuff in different places, and that's going to be done on purpose because I'm not putting all of my eggs in one basket. So if I do get a Facebook jail or slap, you won't be without me. Understand what I'm saying? They will not be able to see. The whole point is being able to not be controlled. Now, one of the problems that with Google is that everybody's afraid of the Google slap. Well, if they can't find you on Google, see, the whole point is that there are certain sites on Google that can get a Google slap where, you might look into search for something and their site won't come up on the first 3 pages because Google slapped them down. Well, there are some pages that are immune to that. And I am building up and working on to make rodeccles.net immune to a Google slap. I'm not hosted on Google. I'm not hosted on any Google property. Nowhere. Nope. The website, nowhere. If Google owns it, they're not going to host it. You spread your risk around because it would be not impossible, but highly unlikely for all of these properties to slap me at once. It's just not going to happen. So you're going to see some differences over on the Pinterest account. You're going to see some differences on Twitter, on LinkedIn. I'm going to spread it out, spread it around, make them all very unique and different, but they're all going to culminate back to the website of rodeccles.net, but you're going to need all the pieces, really, to get the full picture. But the hub is going to be this live show in rodeccles.net. And there's going to be some great stuff coming to the website and to this program. One of the things that I know people have been trying to get me to do, and I think I'm going to capitulate to a degree. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to do it daily or just weekly, but I'm looking to do a vlog, a video. Now, and yes, it's going to be supported on YouTube, but I'm also looking into YouTube alternatives. Again, because YouTube is owned by who? Google. So if Google decides to slap me, they think they're going to control me. No, because I'll be able to have other video venues not associated with Google at all that will also be hosting the videos. Now, what are these videos going to be? They're not going to be long videos. They're going to be short videos. And they're not going to be what you're used to seeing. They're not going to be well-produced types of, rehearsed videos. They're going to be kind of jerky because I am going to do something a little bit different and out of the box. I'm not going to use a stabilizing camcorder. No, I'm going to do these videos on the fly using an iPad and a cell phone. Now, cell phones and iPads, they have wonderful cameras and wonderful editing possibilities. And that's what I'm going to use. So it's again, something different that you're not already getting. Now, I'm not going to tell you the whole format of these things because I'm still working a little of the details, a few of the little details. But that stuff is coming, folks. I'm telling you. I'm excited about all of this. I'm excited about the changes that are coming. I'm excited because I strive to get better. When was the last time you ever heard any of those big guys telling you that they're striving constantly to get better? Because the more information I can bring to you, the better, obviously. So I have to be able to do that in multiple venues today. But in the past, it was, Either you did TV or you did movies or you did radio, but you didn't, or you did Broadway. And it was kind of rare and hard to mix those. So if you were a Broadway star, maybe you did a movie or two or a few movies, but you didn't constantly mix, and you definitely didn't do movies and TV. I mean, maybe you did, cameos or guest appearances on certain popular TV, high-ranked TV shows, but you didn't regularly go on TV. And that's another thing that was different in France. In France, you saw some big-name A-list actors doing TV commercials. I saw Julia Roberts. I saw Brad Pitt. Who else did we see? I think we saw Stallone. You don't see those big A-listers doing TV commercials in the USA. Why? Because you don't do TV if you're a movie star. At least that's the way it is in the United States. When you go to Europe, I guess, or Japan, it's a different story. Johnny Depp was one. Brad Pitt and Johnny Depp are in a TV commercial in France. Now, I don't remember what the commercials were about, but I think the Johnny Depp one was a cologne. I don't remember. I don't recall. I'm pulling a Hillary Clinton on that one. But look, A-lister, millions of dollars to do a movie, gets part of the gross, and he's doing TV commercials in France. So that's called, he's diversifying his portfolio, his persona. So if he stays big abroad, if something happens in the United States, sure, he's going to take a hit. But it's kind of like the Hoff, David Hasselhoff. Now, David Hasselhoff is a big TV star here in the United States. He's not such a big TV star in Europe, but he's a huge rock star in much of Europe, especially Germany and Denmark. He's got gold records up the wazoo in those countries. You barely heard him. I think he had maybe one minor hit in the United States, as I can remember. And he was huge in Europe. Just saying, this is what... obviously, I don't think this program is going to relate very well to Europeans because it's about the United States and the United States Constitution and the United States government. Maybe Canadians might like this program, but again, it's really, USA centric. But it's just, you have to understand how the whole game works. And when you understand how the game works, you can use those game rules against those who are making the rules. So, because Facebook is the way Facebook is, they're forcing people like me to look elsewhere to diversify instead of being a sole property of Facebook. Now, see, if Facebook was more nice, more accepting, more open, whatever, all that kind of stuff, and didn't Facebook slap people and Facebook jail people, I might just be more inclined just to be only on Facebook, meaning that people, if they want to see anything I have to say on social media, they would have to go to Facebook. But because of the way Facebook is, that makes me want to go to other social networks to spread my message around, which means now you don't have to go to Facebook to get me in social media. You don't have to. I was told about, there's a couple of, I have to look into these, but there is a couple of other social networks out there that seem kind of, one of them, I guess, is, has to do with conservatives, I guess. There's a few out there. I'll be doing some, and as the program grows and social media presence grows, you'll know all about it. But I'm just having a ball right now, and I'm having a ball being able to go around. This is so much fun. To be the only way that they're going to be able to stop. There's only three ways to stop me. One is if they just shut down my internet access, which probably isn't going to happen.